the Tanner McKee, Kenny Pickett.
Good old-fashioned Philadelphia
Absolutely.
storyline here.
Who's going to be the most popular guy in the city?
Yes.
The number 2 quarterback. Although in fairness, I think Jalen has ascended to a level where it's not like the normal, average starting quarterback, so the backup quarterback is popular. I think he's earned at least that so far. Look, man, I might be overrating the preseason from last year, but Tanner McKee was really good. I went back, I read some things about him. I watched his highlights. Like, he was pushing the ball down the field. It was like fun football to watch, aesthetically pleasing, like was not checking the ball down. And if I remember correctly, Zach, in a few of those games, like he was making more good throws than the highlight reel I was watching. Like, guys were dropping the ball, and that's okay. They're 3rd and 4th string receivers. But everything we saw from Tanner McKee was like, this is a pleasant surprise for where he was drafted. So interested to see how he looks. Kenny Pickett, like Marcus Mariota was not very good in the preseason last year. And that's all we saw from Marcus Mariota. He collected his $5 million paycheck, and just Jalen Hurts did not leave games last year. So I'm interested to see those two guys because, as much as they might handle the preseason and training camp differently this year, still don't think we're going to be seeing a ton of Jalen Hurts in those 3 games.
So if the newspaper approach is when in doubt, write the quarterback, it's like the blogger approach is when in doubt, write the backup quarterback, right? Because you always know that the backup quarterback's going to be a good story. And I agree. This is going to be interesting to watch. And I think we'll learn more of that, certainly, like you mentioned, in the preseason games. I think that there's going to be a deliberate effort from Nick Sirianni not to put much on film because Nick really believes in the element of surprise going into that Week 1 Packers game. So I don't think you're going to see much from the offense, and that's like personnel and schematics. So you'll see much more of Kenny Pickett and of Tanner McKee. I said on yesterday's show, I think Kenny Pickett has like that gamer. I don't say gamer gene, but like that mentality, and I think he'll actually look good in the preseason games. He can move around a little bit so he can extend some plays. But I think Tanner McKee, from like a passing camp perspective, when you're in 7-on-7s, I promise you there's going to be those practice observations where it's like, man, the ball looks great coming out Tanner McKee's hand, because it does look great out Tanner.
The ball didn't hit the ground all day from Tanner McKee.
Yeah, Tanner McKee can sling it, that's for sure. No, I'm not expecting a competition. Like I'm expecting Kenny Pickett to be the QB2, but I like the way you framed it. Like framed as far as what the hipster Eagles fan, if you will, what they're talking about is man, and that's a shout out to Sheil Kapadia. He would always say like the hipster fan, like beyond the obvious. If like the old dads are saying, so how does Jalen look in the offense, right? Then like the hipster fans are saying, how's Tanner McKee look, right? And so I think that the Tanner McKee excitement is going to be there for sure. And I do think in preseason games, Kenny Pickett will look good because of his ability to extend plays. And if Kenny Pickett does that fake slide, do you remember he did that at Pitt? Where he was running down the right sideline, acted like he was going to slide. They let off, stayed on his feet. Man, that would be like an iconic play in Philadelphia preseason allure, right up with the Henry Josie touchdown. You didn't have that on your bingo card today, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay. We all silly like the mayor.